Welcome in, Braves Today, bravestoday.com. He is Lindsay Crosby. I'm Ben Taylor. It's all brought to you by Active Wealth and Active Wealth Management. Go to annuity360.net for your free book and our new sponsor, Plains Coffee. You can go to plainscoffee.com, use that promo code BRAVES, and get 10% off. Lindsay, it's that time of the offseason where now we get to make stupid decisions on how the season is going to finish after 162 games. And I asked you a little homework assignment, and I thought we would do this, and that would be, you can call them bold predictions. I just would say 3 predictions, because I think right now anything prior to the season beginning where we don't even know who may be injured and who may not be, I think just about every prediction is bold right now, just because nobody knows what's going to happen. So I will start things out. I'll go first, and then you give me your one.
As long as you don't take mine, you can go first.
Well, maybe I should let you go first, because I actually have like 4 or 5 just in case that were to happen. Okay, why don't you go first? So that way great. I'll be like, okay, so if that one checks off. So you go first. 3 bold predictions. What do you see happening? Number 1.
Bold prediction number 1. Michael Harris II has an all-star season that is his breakout year. Okay, so Michael Harris is really good, right? We know he's really good. We've talked about he's like the best number 9 hitter in baseball. Mm-hmm. I don't think we fully realize how good Michael Harris actually is. His 252 career games, he is a 295 hitter in the major leagues. Mm-hmm. But in 2022, he was adjusting to the majors. 2023, he was dealing with multiple injuries. From June 7th on last year, after he was healthy, Michael Harris II batted .335 with 16 home runs and 15 stolen bases. I think Michael Harris II can bat .300 and give you a 25 home run, 25 stolen base season. And if he starts at a pace like that, he will be an all-star. And I think this is the breakout year for Michael Harris.
I think that's a great, number 1, I think it's a very achievable thing that can happen, because one of mine that I'm going to pick, I don't know that it's achievable, but that's why it's called bold. And I couldn't agree more. I think he got better as the season went on. I think, as you said, between the injuries and then the rookie season and the stuff that just kind of plagued him from time to time, now he's going to get a little help. Speaking of that help, I will stay in the outfield with my bold prediction, and that's Jared Kelenic is going to bat .285, which he's never batted. Around 240, I think, was this past year was his best year. As a matter of fact, 253 this past year. So it's not that big of a jump. However, the most home runs he has had has been 14 on his rookie season. He will hit 20 to 25 home runs because of the protection he will be receiving in the lineup. And so I have Kelenic. Might as well say it's a breakout year. He's going to be hitting 280 plus with 20 plus home runs for the Braves in left field, because he will be there mostly every day. It will not be a platoon situation like we've seen out of left fielders. And now he's got a little bit of help around him where he will see more pitches, and I think we'll be able to use that to his advantage.
I'll even tack on to yours and say he's a Gold Glove candidate by the end of the year, like he's a finalist, because he's good enough to play right or center. He just plays left in Atlanta because we don't need him in right or center. And so, I mean, if this is nothing against the guy, he's a great guy. If Eddie Rosario can be a Gold Glove candidate, in left field, Jared Kelenic can win a Gold Glove in left field, and I think we'll see that in 24. So that was good. I like that one.
So kind of a breakout season with that one as well.
There you go.
Before we get to 2, because, we got extra sponsors now. So I need to go ahead and I need to thank Active Wealth Management and Ford. And you give Ford a call. Ford can take care of you, 770-685-1777, and get your nationwide Peak 10 illustration. You can learn how you can get 20% immediate income on account bonuses, 8% annual interest growth, 3 to 4 times what the proprietary index does. He can almost guarantee it, 8% guaranteed interest each year. ActiveWealth.com is where you go, or call him, 770-685-1777. With that many sevens, you got to be lucky. You might as well call Ford today. All right, you're to go pro, here.
Man, that was
2.
good.
Did you like that?
Yeah, he was good. Okay, Ronald Acuña Jr. has another 40-40 season.
Oh,
that is a true bold prediction, I think. Okay, so think about what he did last year, right? He not only stole 40 bags, or he not only hit 40 home runs, he stole like 70 something bags, right? Like that wasn't the hard part, but it feels like he's going to be treated a little bit differently this year. I'm not going to say he's going to steal 70 again, but I was talking to somebody over at Fangraphs, and they put out their like an early part of their projections for next year. A 50th percentile projection for Ronald Acuña Jr. is 43 home runs and a batting average over 300. I think he's going to hit 40-40 again to be the only player in baseball history to do it twice.
You added a Gold Glove to Jerry Kelnick for me. I'm going to add 10 more home runs and 10 more stolen bases to Ronald Acuña.
50-50?
I thought he would be a 50-50. I think that he had an opportunity last year. I think that the lineup this year is better. So he's probably going to see some more like better pitching than what he saw, especially if your prediction holds true with Michael Harris II in at that 9 spot, batting 300. They're not going to have a choice, but they're going to have to pitch to Ronald, and you're going to have somebody on base in front of him when you move down later in the ball game. So I even said that. I said, I this wasn't one of my predictions, but I thought about it. I thought, he could have a 50-50 year. And so because I'm with you, the 70, that was great. We're good. You heard Medlin say it in the interview that I had with him. We're going to see more pitch outs this year. Pitchers got tired of looking like they looked last year. We're going to see more pitch outs. We're going to see more chances and opportunities for catchers to throw runners out. So his stealing percentage is not going to be as high as it was last year, nor is this total going to be as high as it was last year. But I still think he grabs 50 bags before it's all said and done with. And I think his bat wakes up, and he's made a great transition. He won the home run contest.
Yep.
over the offseason. And he seems to be seeing the ball like a grapefruit. And I think that continues to move on into the spring and into the summer, and we get 50-50 out of him.
We put something up this morning on the site about his chances of being a Triple Crown winner. And it's like batting leadoff. It's so hard to get the RBIs you need to be to win a Triple Crown. Like he had 106 last year. And I think the last year you saw where the Triple Crown winner had 106 RBIs was like, or the league leader had 106 RBIs was like the 80s or something. I'd love a Triple Crown. It's not going to happen when you're batting first. Okay. So I think it's you now, right?
Yeah, it's me now. And so, and this is bold, but not so bold. And the reason I say it is kind of what you said about Ronald and his, he's not had the ability to steal as many bases as he did this past year. When I read this out to a buddy of mine, he goes, well, I mean, they had over 100 wins last year. I think Atlanta gets 105 plus wins again this year. And, and he said, I mean, they got that last year. I said, yeah, but that was franchise record. I mean, that was to do it back-to-back years.
The franchise record's 106 and 98. Just say they're going to beat that.
Yeah. So
make that the hot take.
There you go. They beat the franchise record of 106 because of the things that we've just said.
Yeah.
If everybody stays healthy, I know it's a lot of ifs, but if everybody stays healthy, I think the pitching is there, even though a lot of people think we still need to go and sign 6 more arms in order to start. I think the pitching is there. I definitely think that this is the best lineup in baseball by far. And so I think the run support will be there as well. So, yes, franchise record 106. Let's say 107. And when I said 105 plus, might as well say 107. Reset the record, and the Braves grab that. That would be my bold prediction.
Okay. My third bold prediction here is Atlanta has 2 20-game winning starting pitchers. Oh. I mean, if you think about it, 2023, Spencer Strider goes 20-5, 800 winning percentage. In 2022, Kyle Wright wins 20 games. And like the thing that we kind of forget about, Max Fried had the best winning percentage on the team. He went 8-1 in 14 starts. If this offense is as good as we think it's going to be, and it sounds like we both think it's going to be even better, then it makes sense that these guys will get the run support they need. As long as they can go 5 innings, odds are more likely than not they're going to come out of the game with a lead. And so I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Strider and Fried. It could be Bryce Elder had 12 wins and a 750 winning percentage. I mean, whoever, like, if you have 3 guys take the ball 30 times, which we had 3 guys take the ball 30 times last year, I'm confident you'll find two 20-game winners. I mean, because it feels like you're going to have 4 guys take the ball 30 times. And I think if you do that, you'll have 2 20-game winners.
I agree too with your first assessment. I mean, if you had to gun to my head, if you said who is it, I'm going to go Frieden Strider right off the bat.
Yeah.
However, you've got guys that you don't need to forget about, and I even said, and I think this is going to help. I predicted that Sale's going to get his 10+ wins. He ain't going to get 20, but.
No.
If he gets 10, that just lets you know the run support that they're going to be able to have in order to make that happen. Also, big shout out and big thanks to Plains Coffee. You can go to plainscoffee.com, use the promo code BRAVES for your 10% off, and make sure that it comes right to your door. Plainscoffee.com, listeners or viewers, because you may be listening on the pod or you may be viewing on YouTube. 10% off. All you got to do is enter BRAVES when you check out. They serve a ton of different types of coffees. I still say that I've got to try the Cinnabon. We got to talk to the owner, make sure he sends that to us, because I have not been able to get in touch with him since we started doing this read. So make sure you go to plainscoffee.com for more information. All right, so my third one, and this is going to sound like such a homer thing, but I think it is so doable to make happen.
Okay.
I think that 4 players finish in the top 10 in voting in MVP, and Ronald Acuña goes back-to-back MVP seasons. And the 4 that I have, I've got Acuña, of course, winning the darn thing. I've got Austin Riley. I think he has a better year this year.
He's got like 3 top 10 finishes, and we just don't talk about it.
Exactly. Don't talk about it. And Olsen, who finished in the top 5 last year, there's your third. And then the guy you mentioned to start off the pod, Harris II. I was predicting his breakout year too. I just didn't put that as one of my things. I was including it in this. I think he finishes in 6, 7, 8 as far as the voting is concerned. So I think that those 4 could finish in the top 10 with Ronald going back-to-back years as far as the most valuable player.
Oh man, I'd love that. That would be absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely wild. Yeah, no notes. 10 to 10, no notes. I mean,
yeah.
If all of this happens, we're going to be really excited for next season. It's going to be an easy year to cover on BravesToday.com.
Well, mark it down, folks. You saw it right there is the 3 poll predictions that we do going into the season. I know the hate and the vitriol that we're going to get in the notes down at the bottom and in the comments where every one of you is going to say, boy, you guys are homers. Well, the fact that you see Braves gear all around us, this ought to tell you that it's pretty much this is a Braves podcast. So that's one reason we do it. So that's our 3 bowl predictions. We would love for you to drop your comments down below and give us your 3 bowl predictions. It's all been brought to you by Active Wealth. So be sure to go and visit annuity360.net for your free book, as well as Plains Coffee. Go to plainscoffee.com. Use the promo code BRAVES and get your 10% off. Lindsay, as always, I greatly appreciate your time, sir.
Thanks, buddy.